Let's talk about Wolfman.
Spicy!
Take two!
Oh crap. A movie that somehow manages to take a classic monster story and strip it of anything remotely interesting. You'd think a film about a guy turning into a bloodthirsty beast under the full moon would be, I don't know, exciting, but instead, what we got is a slow, predictable slog that makes you wonder if the real horror is sitting through all 110 minutes of it. This movie had everything going for it: an iconic horror character, a decent director in Leigh Whannell, and a solid cast. But instead of being a badass, terrifying reimagining we were promised, we got a painfully generic horror flick that plays it way too safe. Instead of giving us a high-energy monster rampage, the movie spends most of its time watching Christopher Abbott look sad in dim lighting. Alright, let's talk about what worked. The visuals, not bad. They nailed the eerie, misty countryside look, and the werewolf transformation is decent.
Something's happening to me. I can't understand you.
Even if it's nowhere near as impressive as An American Werewolf in London, a movie that came out over 40 years ago, by the way. But this is where the movie falls apart. The story is about as predictable as a Hallmark Christmas movie. From the second Blake gets bitten, you already know exactly how this is going to play out. Slow transformation, check. Struggling to control urges, check. It's like they took every werewolf cliche, put them in a blender, and poured out a movie that is still somehow boring. I don't know how they did it. The pacing is another massive issue. This film just drags. You're sitting there waiting for something interesting to happen, and instead you're treated to long, brooding conversations and endless scenes of Blake staring into the distance. It's like the Babadook, but instead of creepy metaphors for grief, it's just a guy having a midlife crisis with extra body hair. If there's one part in the movie that actually stands out, it's the first werewolf fight. This scene was actually kind of intense. Having his wife next to him in the kitchen as they duke it out added stakes that were much needed. It's like they knew how to make an exciting werewolf movie, but they only wanted to give you a small taste before dragging you back into more emotional turmoil and sad piano music. I don't know what they were thinking. At the end of the day, Wolfman is the definition of wasted potential. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. The visuals and the performance are solid, but the story is predictable. The pacing is sluggish, and the movie just never fully embraces the chaos and terror of its own concept. If you're a diehard werewolf fan, you might find something to enjoy here, but for the rest of us, it's just another forgettable horror flick that takes itself way too seriously. I'm giving this one a 6 out of 10. Not enough action, not enough scares, and definitely not enough fun. If you want a werewolf movie done right, go watch Dog Soldiers, or The Howling, or literally anything else, because this one, it's just a sad puppy pretending to be a big bad wolf. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more reviews just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.